All right, before we start talking about last weekend, this coming week, there's a couple announcements that I just need to make. One, this Saturday is our Dig Pink event. We do that every year. We've raised a lot of money. When we do our event, money goes right into our University Cancer Center. We do it through, we have an auction at the game. We have live raffles, things like that going on, and we've always been able to raise several $1,000s that day. It's this Saturday against UNLV at 1 o'clock. And that's also a game time change because when our schedule originally went out, football wasn't done yet, and when football went night, we went back to 1 o'clock. So FYI, but that's our Dig Pink event Saturday. And the other announcement is that with our new beach volleyball program, there's a golf tournament at Tanawan on Monday. It's a scramble, teams of 4, and it's a fundraiser specifically for the beach volleyball program. If you're interested in getting involved in that, Allison Buck is in charge of it. You can reach her on our website. Again, there's some great stuff going on, and it's an event that we think will do really well for the beach program. So it starts at 9 o'clock Monday morning at Tanawan. Check-in starts at 8 o'clock. Okay? Getting back to volleyball now. We have we went on our road trip to CSU and Wyoming. They were both really good teams, definitely deserving of their top 25 and rankings this year and things like that. Struggled a little bit, but I think made some good progress as a group, and I think it's going to help us as we move into this week and forward with the season. We did make a change this week. Not sure how I felt about it, but we tried moving Warren to the libero like we did last year. I just feel like offensively we need her at the net, and also just the fire and stuff that she provides. And so after doing that in the Colorado State game, we went back to using her as an outside hitter in Wyoming. We also made another change and moved Cassie House to the left side late in the Wyoming match, and she did very well. And so we're looking at a couple of those things. We've used way too many lineups, and so we're really going to focus in on one this week and just play it out. Our team knows that, and we've just been spinning the wheels too much, trying too many things, and we're sitting at 500. And it's an uncomfortable place for the team. They're struggling. The coach is trying to find it. You know, it's uncomfortable for our fans even, and I understand that. We're going to work really hard to get ahead of that, but we're sitting at 9-9, and it's not a place we're used to being. It's not a place we're comfortable being. Moving forward, we play Fresno State on Thursday night. They're led by a senior, Xana Bowens, outside hitter, who does a great job, and someone we really have to look out for. We split with them last year, and a lot of that was because of her. She had a big match against us in one of the matches, and so we'll be focusing on that a little bit, really securing our libero position for the weekend, and then the Dig Pink game Saturday against UNLV at 1 o'clock. And they actually, I know a couple of their players because they went with me to Europe this summer with the All-Star team, and Bree Hamill, Lexi Patterson, their setter, both were first-team all-conference players last year. They kind of lead their team along with another player, Sienna Kincaid, and we're pretty familiar with them. They play good ball. They play low error ball. Not quite as physical as last year, but they're doing good things. And so I think we've got a pretty good handle on the week. It's great to be home. We had 3 trips in a row, so we're really happy to be back in Johnson Center and our own building, our own beds, and our own fans. So any questions?
So what are you going to do though? This you said you made the change with Williams, made the change with House. House actually turned out great. She got, what, 9 kills?
11 kills, 2 errors,
11.
yeah.
But what
And
do you-
that actually was in one game.
Yeah, one game.
Yeah,
So what are
not a
you-
match, a game.
So what's your plan? So, I mean,
We're still going to use Sowers and Warren and House. We're just going to make some adjustments, do some switch blocking, and get House on the left side more. With her shoulder surgery and stuff, she's just come to us lately and said she just feels better with the ball coming in front of her instead of across her body, which I don't know if you understand, but that's the difference between playing in front of the setter or behind the setter in volleyball. And she just feels more comfortable right now there.
When was the last time you had a season like this where you had to change the lineup so much just to try to get that flow going?
We did it a few times last year, but I've never had a season where we've changed it. So every player on our team has probably played at least 2 positions. Every player on our team has played a lot. Gosh, they're working hard and they're doing the right things. They've got to get out of their own way a little bit. We've got 2 or 3 kids that are big-time perfectionists, and when they make mistakes, you know, the game just moves too fast. It's faster than a basketball game. It's faster than most sports, and you don't have time to get caught up in that. And so that's part of our, I would say, maturing or growing process right now. But I think it's recognized, and I think they're working hard at it, and the staff is working hard at trying to help them with it. Anything else?
Coach, you ever been in this position where you had a team that you thought was going to win more games going into the season, and they're just not meeting your expectations? You gave us a B- grade last week.
Yeah. No, I agree. No. I mean, I've had teams in streaks underperform, overperform. Every coach, I mean, I've done this for 30 years. Of course I have. But this group is challenging. There's kids that are, you know, in volleyball you need to do a lot of different things, and we're getting kind of a little too set in our ways and wanting to just play one position or wanting to do some of those things. But I've also, in that, in the 30 years I've done this, I've had 3 or 4 seasons that were about 500, and all the rest have been significantly better than that. I've not had a team that's in this situation work harder to try and be out of it either. I could not say a bad word about any of them right now. They're busting their butts. They have a really good attitude. The staff is going after it, and I think working is harder than ever. It's just we gotta take a deep breath and get clear of it, and I think they will, because they're working hard and because they're good athletes and good kids. I think they'll find their way through it. Anything else?
losing Riddle, you probably never would have thought in a million years that losing one person that this could happen.
Well, that's a pretty special person. I
Yeah.
mean, certainly you know, there's thought of how do you replace. I mean, that's the Mountain West Conference all-time kills leader. But I think we have the athletes to do it. We just haven't done it yet. And but I do get what you're saying, and it certainly is something we thought about. But it's not. It shouldn't be affecting us at this point. Okay. Have a good week.